What's happening, YouTube? Afternoon, folks. I've not done one of these vaporizer videos in a while, so wanted to do another update on my eVic, and this is going to be kind of a two-part video. I want to talk about a few things, some helpful tips. I got some information from somebody. Actually, somebody had commented on one of my videos, and a guy by the name of Ben Hubbard. Ben has been extremely helpful. Gave me a tip that, quite honestly, I didn't even think of. First of all, let me say thank you to Ben, because the recommendation was actually proved successful for me. Surprisingly, it worked very well. So I'm going to go ahead and share that information, and then I'm going to move on to specifically what this video was originally intended for. So Ben commented on my fixing that cartomizer vaporizer burnt taste. I know that I've dealt with this quite a bit over the last year or so, and I know a lot of people that have dealt with this. And really, what it boils down to, is cheap Chinese shit. The lack of quality control that takes place in that country far exceeds the lack of quality control that takes place here in the U.S. when it comes to manufacturing. So. The recommendation that Ben made was actually kind of genius, because what it does is it corrects the issue. I'm not going to pretend like I know exactly how the ins and outs of all the vaporizers and atomizers and cartomizers and clearomizers and fuckemizers and everything works. I'm not going to pretend like I'm some engineer of these products, because that's not what I am. I'm an average everyday guy, just like anybody else, who has used this as a tool to help me stop smoking. And by the way, as of April 19th of last month was my 1-year anniversary for no cigarettes. I've went more than a year now without smoking, and that's a new best for me. The most I had ever went previously, I like to pretend like it was 6 months, but quite honestly, I don't think it was that long. So anyways, on to this. So, to understand how these atomizers actually work, you've got, here, let me get something to point with here. You've got inside, okay. So inside this piece here, okay, is a coil, and it's essentially all it is a piece of wire, and that piece of wire wraps around this wick right here. Okay, now this rubber grommet or rubber seal, whatever in the hell you want to call it, sits down on top of this to prevent excess juice from getting inside here, and in essence coming up inside this, then inside your chamber, then inside your fucking mouth. So, and trust me, if you've not done it, which most people who have smoked a vaporizer have tasted this shit, and it doesn't taste good. So Ben's fix to this is actually pretty simple and pretty damn ingenious. So all you're going to do is you're going to grab, I'm going to show you how this looks as it's on. Sorry, my hands are fucking dirty, man. I've been working all day. So in essence, all you're going to do is you're going to take this rubber off, and you're going to turn it upside down, and it's going to sit like that, okay? And it's going to give a little bit tighter fit as you're screwing this down into the tank, but it actually does work. And I had an atomizer that was probably 5 or 6 days old, and I was actually getting ready to change it when I read Ben's comment, and I thought, well, hell, before I change to this new atomizer, let me give this a try just to see if it hits and see if it actually works. So I turned it over, and I'm happy to say that a atomizer that was previously tasting burnt, because I thought it was just kind of past its time, no longer tastes burnt. So it actually tastes fine. It tastes like I would expect it to taste. So thank you for that, Ben Hubbard. I appreciate you, man. You saved me some money and some frustration, so that's very much appreciated. So on to the main purpose of this video to begin with, and that's kind of an update on the JoyeTech eVic. So, I've had my eVic for several months, probably going on 6 or 7 or 8 months now, and just to show you, I've had this thing and I've used it pretty much as my everyday vaporizer. And my total puff count now, as it stands, is 65,470 total puffs. So really, that's not really a whole lot, to be honest, because I've seen guys on YouTube here that actually have double that and still use the vaporizer daily and don't have any issues with it. So I am unfortunately having problems with mine. So I had stated in a previous video, when I sit the vaporizer down hard, and you're not going to be able to see this, but you'll be able to hear it, relatively hard, it shuts the vaporizer off. Okay? So it's off now. So I have to turn it back on. Okay? Now, sometimes when I go to turn it back on, simply hitting the power button doesn't work. Let's see if it's probably going to make me out to be a liar, but let's see what happens here. So simply hitting the button, oh, it's working. Simply hitting the button doesn't work, and I actually have to hit it pretty hard to get it to work. So there's that. There's also the problem, and this is probably the bigger frustration, because I can prevent sitting it down hard, and I mean sometimes I do it by accident, but this is the bigger frustration that I've found with the eVic over time, is that over the last month and a half or so, I've found that it's actually shutting off periodically by itself. I'll pull it out of my pocket and I'll have to power it back on. So this has happened probably 20 to 30 times a day. So I'm actually in the process of considering getting a replacement. I don't know if I want to stick with the JoyeTech eVic or if I want to move on to something maybe a little nicer, because this is a long-term solution for me, and a solution that I actually really like. So I've tried to do a reset on it. You can go back to the factory basics with this. If you just go out onto Google and search JoyeTech eVic factory reset, the third or fourth thing down is a PDF from the manufacturer, and it'll step by step show you how to do that. You actually do have to hook it up to a computer that has the MVR software loaded in order to do the reset. It wasn't a solution that helped me, but it may help you if you're running into problems with it. So, guys, this video has already ran far longer than I anticipated. If you guys have any questions, if there's anything I can help you with, please send me a comment or send me a message. Leave it down in the comment section. I'll do my best to keep up with this stuff. But keep in mind, I do work a full-time job as well as do these videos, and I'm trying to get more videos up and going. So if there's anything specific you guys want me to talk about, want me to hit on, let me know. I do read the comments, so I'm kind of curious to see what you guys want to hear from me, what you guys want me to talk about, what you guys want me to review. So yeah, guys, take care of yourselves. Until next time, be good.